When the Canon R5 was introduced in July 2020, it brought Canon well and truly back into the competitive mirrorless camera market. Up to 8K video with a stunning 45 megapixel full frame CMOS sensor, 100% autofocus coverage on the sensor and up to 20 frames per second. Canon called it the game changer, but will it be the mirrorless camera I've been looking for? Let's find out. Well, hi guys, and thanks for tuning in. Here it is. This is the Canon R5. This is my third choice for a possible mirrorless camera for my photography needs. Now, before I start this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to the team at Canon Australia, who were very kind to send me out this camera to test and review along with a couple of lenses. Now, Canon aren't paying me to do this video, so any sort of findings or opinions I've got of the camera are mine alone. So when it comes to testing this camera, I'm going to be putting the Canon R5 through a few different scenarios. First of all, and that's this video, I'm going to be using it as a general purpose walk around type camera. I'm going to be going off to the Brisbane Botanic Gardens. It's just become spring here, so we've got beautiful flowers out. As well as at the Botanic Gardens, you can get things like waterfalls and different types of bird life and wildlife. In the next scenario, I'm going to be trying it out as a landscape photography camera. And then thirdly, I'm going to be trying it as a bird and wildlife camera. These realistically are the types of photography I like to do predominantly. So without further ado, let's grab the Canon R5, let's head off to the Brisbane Botanic Gardens and see how it performs. Absolutely stunning here today. It's spring, the flowers are out, birds are out. Got water dragons flying around everywhere as well, so, well, they're crawling, not flying. There's a whole different myriad of things here to shoot, and this should be a good test for the Canon R5. I've just got these couple little peewees. They're just sitting down where this water's running. They're just picking off their food as the water's coming over the edge. Actually going to try and shoot some video with the Canon R5 for you just to show you what I'm seeing. This is amazing. I'm hand holding this at 400 millimeters. Look how incredible the IS is. Already just looking on the back of the screen with the Canon R5, you just get such beautiful natural colors out of this camera. And Canon have been renowned for that. They always have been. It saves you so much time in post-processing. You don't have to mess around auto-correcting, auto-white balance or anything like that. I'm getting such vibrant colors as I'm just walking around this area. Like some of these water lilies that I shot before, and just this big flower bed along the water's edge here. Absolutely stunning. Now today, the lenses that I'm using with the Canon R5, they're actually adapted using the little adapter here. It's the EF to ESR adapter. Now the lens I'm using is the Canon EF 100 to 400 millimeter IS2 lens. Those Canon users out there would know how amazing this lens is. As well as I've got the Canon 16 to 35 f2.8 lens. That's a wide angle lens, but I think it's the second version of it. That will also go onto the adapter, no worries. But the great thing is, having these adapted, I still get that full 45 megapixels. This water dragon is huge. It's massive. Must be about just under a meter. About 80 centimeters, I'd say. Leave him in peace. Don't want to bother him. I've just entered one of my favourite parts of the gardens. This is the Japanese garden section, and the guys here have just done such a magnificent job. There's just beautiful little waterfalls and bridges and trails and these little Japanese huts. It's the best place just to chill out. But what I'm going to do is just quickly switch over from the 100 to 400 on the R5. You can see there, the beautiful thing about it, Shutter comes down over top of the lens, or sorry, over top of the sensor. And then yeah, just straight on with 16 to 35. This is such a beautiful little scene. All these yellow flowers have covered the ground in front of this waterfall. This is going to be a test where I really want to see what the image stabilisation is like inside the R5. I have absolutely no doubt if I had a native RF lens on this, I could go right down really low. And I'm sure I'd probably get sharper images out of RF lenses. I'm just going to go down here and get a handheld shot, slow the shutter right down, see what type of results I can get. I never really thought how much I'd miss this, and you know, having my other cameras that don't do it, but having a fully articulated flip out screen, it just comes in so handy. You know, for example, like that waterfall shot, I can just get the flip out screen down low and do shots like that, as well as when I was shooting some of those water dragons before in front of the waterfall, just being able to get down low with them and be able to see my shot. I've just got a cormorant swimming amongst these lily pads and he comes up so quick. You've got to be so fast, and thank goodness I've got something like the R5 because it latches onto its eye as soon as you've got it. Just waiting for it to pop its head back up. There. As soon as I had it in the frame, hit the shutter button, bang, straight onto its eye. It was just instant. Beautiful, great responsive focus, really love it. Have a look at this. This is exactly what I'm looking at looking through the viewfinder. I will say this about the Canon R5, it has amazing video. I've got this cormorant friend of mine over here, I've got his reflection, took a shot before with the wings out, 45 megapixel shot, looked absolutely stunning. Bang sharp focus right on his eye. Now what I'm doing is I'm just getting some 4K 50 just of the reflection. This is handheld at 400. And I'm going to tilt up. There you are. I'm going to tilt up. Look at the image stabilization on this, will you? Wow. Already, I am so impressed with the Canon R5 just from walking around in those gardens. But let's have a look at a few little things that I think could have improved on the camera. Now, first of all, the position of the on-off button. I would have liked to have seen it over near the shutter button. Secondly, around the side of the camera, they've got these like rubber covers that go over the ports. I would have liked to have seen them more like a hinge type of thing where the rubber covers hinge open and then hinge close, like a definitive close. Now the issue when it comes to overheating in video. Did I get any sort of overheating? Yes, I did. But keep this in mind. I was out filming in 32-degree heat. What happened was I did get overheating readings, but the camera really didn't shut down. What I did when I got those overheating readings, I just stopped the camera and put it back into stills mode and just started using it as a stills camera. The thing is, what I'd be using the Canon R5 for is for snippets of B-roll. I wouldn't be doing half-hour videos with it in 8K. And I'm sure this Canon R5 is more than capable of doing that. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week where I'm going to be out doing some landscape photography with the Canon R5, and there were some very surprising findings that I found with this camera. Tune on in, never stop creating, and I'll see you next time.